Hello Aquarius! Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Cool, cool, cool. Beans, beans, beans. Okay. 4. Okay. 2, 3. This is okay. I think this is going to be dramatic, just to be fair. It looks like you're doing good, then it's really bad, then even better. So like it feels like it's kind of like really good, really bad, then even better than you originally were doing. I feel like it's that type of feel. So hold on, let's see what we can do with this. Going into this situation, you've got faith with new beginnings in the environment. So it's like when you got involved with this, it feels like a fresh, like a fresh start. Like literally, like I'm seeing, I don't know why I'm seeing lettuce, like somebody rip open a piece of, like a head of lettuce, and it's all fresh, and it looks good, and it's new, and it's all great, and starting a fresh salad, like starting from scratch. Fresh, new beginnings, completely, like not just new beginnings for the same old situation, like fresh, right out of the package. Faith is telling me that people are really excited about this and feel like you being a part of this is kind of ensuring success. People have faith in you that you being a part of this is literally going to ensure their success. And I'm getting this Knight of Cups in the environment saying that people really, they believe in you completely. So that for some of you going into this reading, it might be like when you started this situation, when you got involved with it, people believed that you were the best pick. It started off really well for you. And you had the Justice card, the Knight of Wands, or the Knight of Swords, Justice, Knight of Swords, High Priestess, and the Knight of Pentacles here. You have 2 knights, the Justice, you got a lot going on here. You were very active in this, but you were also kind of like, while you were it was very easy for you to communicate and saying where things were going, you did step very carefully and very surely. Every step you took was secure and fortified, and you made sure where you were stepping. And I'm getting the High Priestess kind of like, it's not that you wanted to take it slow and safe, but you're like, if I want this to work out and make sure that I keep on level with everybody, sure, slow and steady wins the race. And you did the slow and steady thing. It's not that you wanted to, just you felt like it was for the best. What's the other card there? Justice. Like, and you're like, this will work out. Everybody will stick with me. And I feel like that's how you got involved with this. It's kind of like, not that you really wanted to take it really slow, but you're kind of like, if I do it slow and steady, it works out the best for everybody. That's kind of the feedback I feel like you were getting at the time. So whatever you were dealing with, like, slow and steady wins the race, but everybody will be happy. There was a problem. This next card is the one below it. Like, it's telling me the environment became a problem. Because it seems like you were doing well. You were doing slow and steady wins the race. It should have been fine. But the 3 of Swords comes in. And what I'm getting is like people tried to take something away from you. Somebody tried to take something from you. They wanted to keep you out of something. They weren't letting you help with something. Something that you needed to be involved with, people were keeping from you. And what I'm getting is like this caused a big problem. The thing is, the reason it causes a big problem is because I don't feel at first you realized that something was being kept from you. It was only after a while. It's kind of like you were working on a puzzle, and then all of a sudden you're realizing that the corner pieces are missing, and the border pieces are missing, and certain colors are missing, and you're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Like, you've been working on this one piece for a while, and you had the pieces for that, but you're like, the border's missing. What is happening? Like, what's going on? It's like at first you're like, well, maybe I just haven't come across this information yet. But as it keeps going forward, you're like, no, something's not right. Something is missing here. You have to come forward and call it out for what it is. And you're like, this picture doesn't make sense without the borders. And this certain color, like all of this certain color is missing. Why? So the Three of Swords comes out where you have to call somebody out. You have to call something out for what it is. And you find out that people have been literally, the protection card here, I feel like people have been keeping something from you. It feels like more than one. So this comes forward, this is causing a problem, and you have to make your case where, like, if I don't have this information, I can't align where this should go. I need the borders of this puzzle, I need this color, I need all this. I can't work on this correctly. This is not going to succeed. This is more than likely going to fail because I don't know exactly where to position it. This can't succeed the way it's going. I feel like you literally have to argue your case. With your Aquarius, you can. If you need to, you have that ability to do that. So the focus comes up on your side where you literally, you focus your efforts, literally. You make this change happen and you get things in line. You're like, give me those pieces. Give them to me. And you get them with a bit of effort. I really think it's going to be with a bit of effort. So you get them. It takes a bit of effort, but you're like, and I almost feel like for some of you it's going to trickle in, but you will get it all at some point. Because I'm getting the Fool here in the environment. It's kind of like, for some of you it's trickling in, but then it becomes more of a pain for them to trickle it into you, and they finally just let it go and give it all to you. The Fool says things go back in line because you get everything you should have anyway. Alright, so when this rest of this information is released, the situation is right in line, goes extremely, extremely well. Now, when I'm getting here, you got the Lover's card. See, that was the bad thing. Now this goes a lot better. Everything finally goes exactly how it should. You're very happy. People around this situation very happy. This is going excellent. Exactly how it should. You know what you're doing. You have everything going well. And I'm getting in the environment the Beauty card. It's like at this point people have more trust for you. And they're realizing, yeah, you know, we can trust the Aquarius with all the information with this situation. So that's fine. Everything is going well. The two cards on your side are this. The Eight of Wands and the Two of Swords. Now, the Eight of Wands is making me feel like you're pushing things forward. You're just continuing on. You're trying not to over-center on what's going on around you. And you're kind of like subject to what's going on around you. Like the Two of Swords is kind of like, I don't trust the people around me. But I got to work with them. So I can't really, like, you want to go and you kind of want to, like, you kind of have this need to interrogate, like what else are you hiding from me? Because you're looking at it like this situation is kind of like, I've gotten all the information for this situation, but what else? Are there other things I got to be careful of? That Two of Swords makes me feel like there's a few people you're not happy with, but you got to play nice. You're not really impressed with how things have already went. You're like, I'm not really impressed with that. And it's bothering you a little bit. I feel like a little bit of a grudge feel, a little bit. Just kind of like, you know, they shouldn't have happened that way to begin with. It's just kind of sticking with you. And with the Eight of Wands, I actually feel like you might be pulling this into the future with you. I don't see you letting it work against you, though. And you might be actually working it for your advantage. Because you're kind of like, all right, I got to keep my eye on so-and-so and who's it's, what's it's. Because they like to play little games. And you're kind of like, that's a little annoying, but I got to play nice, and I will play nice. Because it's required for this situation. So I feel like what they're saying is like you're feeling restricted a little bit, and you want to call people out. You kind of want to like give people what for and a couple things, but you won't because you're like, this isn't going to serve me. I feel a lot about this reading is like that's smart, that's good, and they're saying this is okay because this will even out more for you over time. I'm getting that Lover's card is actually transitioning into the Two of Cups card. The Lover's card a lot of times can also mean a successful completion, like passing the test type feel. I feel like you've passed the test in the sense of like people should not be holding information back from you again. I just don't feel like you're going to trust that that's going to be the case, which makes sense to me. Like it happened once, it could happen again, keeping your eye open. But when I'm getting the transition from the Lovers to the Two of Cups, it kind of feels like the same energy. you shouldn't have a problem like this again where people are holding back information and not trusting you again. They should know better, and you shouldn't have a repeat of this. But I do see you holding on to it a little bit. This reading, I feel like, is saying you shouldn't have that problem again. So keep that in mind, because there will probably be instances down the line where you're questioning, like, is this not going right because somebody's holding information? And I don't feel like that's going to be the case. They're just saying keep it in mind that these people, it was like a one-time thing. It's almost like they didn't trust you enough, but now that you've passed the test, their personal test, they're not going to do that again. It's almost like they realize if they pull that again, there will be swift and severe consequences. I think that's how that goes. So they're not. I don't feel like they're going to do this to you again. Especially with the beauty card in the environment. Like, they've learned that they should trust you, and that they're also very thankful that you didn't snap at them, because they're like, they realize you could have. They're very thankful for that. I don't feel like they're going to set this up again the second way. There seems to be, like, when you argued this forward, like, you made the point by them doing this, they could have destroyed the situation or caused severe damage. And they took that to heart, and they're not willing to chance that again, so I don't feel like this will repeat. They're making a big point, like, this should not repeat, just so you know. Granted, it's a general read, but that's what they're saying. Are we good? Good. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.